Kwame? Kwame nodded, his heart racing with anticipation. We've been searching for this moment our entire lives, Zola. The stories our grandmother used to tell us, the legends of the forgotten gods. It's all real, and we're about to uncover it. As they stepped into the passageway, the door creaked shut behind them, enveloping them in darkness. The air was thick with the scent of aged wood and dust. Kwame fumbled in his backpack for a flashlight and turned it on, casting a weak beam of light down the passageway. The siblings exchanged a nervous glance before beginning their journey into the unknown, the forgotten gods of Africa, waiting for them like secrets hidden in the shadows. As they ventured deeper into the passageway, the air grew thick with an otherworldly energy. Kwame and Zola could feel the weight of centuries of secrets and stories pressing down upon them. Suddenly, the passageway opened up into a vast, cavernous space, filled with a dazzling array of colors and patterns. The siblings' eyes widened as they took in the breathtaking sight. At the far end of the cavern, a figure stood waiting for them. She was a tall, statuesque woman with skin as black as coal and hair that seemed to flow like the stars in the night sky. Her eyes burned with an inner fire, and her presence seemed to command the very fabric of time itself. "Who are you?" Kwame asked, his voice barely above a whisper. The woman smiled, her eyes glinting with amusement. "I am Nia, the guardian of time," she replied, her voice like music. "And you, Kwame and Zola, are the chosen ones, destined to embark on a journey through the forgotten realms of African mythology." Zola's eyes widened with excitement. "What do you mean?" she asked, her voice trembling with anticipation. Nia's smile grew wider. "Come, and I shall show you," she said, beckoning them forward. "The journey of a lifetime awaits you, and the fate of the forgotten gods hangs in the balance." Nia led them to a shimmering portal that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. "This is the time rift," she explained, her voice filled with a sense of awe. "A doorway to the forgotten realms of African mythology. But to enter, you must first prove your worth." Kwame and Zola exchanged a nervous glance. "What do we need to do?" Kwame asked, his voice firm. Nia's smile grew wider. "You must face your deepest fears and doubts. The time rift will reveal your innermost thoughts and emotions. Are you prepared to confront yourselves?" Zola took a deep breath, her eyes flashing with determination. "We're ready," she said, her voice steady. Nia nodded, her eyes gleaming with approval, then stepped forward and let the time rift reveal its secrets. Kwame and Zola stepped through the portal and suddenly found themselves hurtling through a vortex of colors and emotions. They saw flashes of their childhood, their parents, and their village. They saw their deepest fears and doubts and their greatest hopes and dreams. The time rift was revealing their innermost selves, testing their courage and resolve. Would they emerge stronger and wiser, or would they succumb to their fears and doubts? The journey had begun, and the fate of the forgotten gods hung in the balance. As they emerged from the time rift, Kwame and Zola found themselves standing in the midst of a bustling ancient city. The air was thick with the smells of incense and fresh bread, and the sound of chanting priests filled the air. Nia stood beside them, her eyes shining with excitement. "Welcome to ancient Egypt," she said, breathed. Zola nodded, her eyes shining with wonder. "I know, right? It's like stepping into a dream." As they explored the city, they came face to face with Ra himself, his radiant presence illuminating the surroundings. "Greetings, young ones," he said, his voice like thunder. "I have been expecting you. The balance of time is shifting, and the forgotten gods need your help to reclaim their rightful place." Kwame and Zola exchanged a determined glance.
"We are ready to help," Kwame said, his voice firm. Ra nodded, a small smile playing on his lips. "Then let us begin. The journey ahead will be fraught with danger, but with courage and determination, we can restore the forgotten gods to their former glory." Ra led them to the banks of the sacred Nile River, its waters glittering like gold in the strong light. This river holds the secret of the past, he said, his eyes gleaming with a deep wisdom. But the power is waning, and the forgotten gods are losing their connection to the mortal world. Kwame and Zola exchanged a concerned glance. What can we do to help? Kwame asked, his voice filled with determination. Ra nodded, a small smile playing on his lips. You must find the source of the night power and restore it. But be warned, the journey will be treacherous and the forces of darkness will stop at nothing to prevent you from succeeding. Zola's eyes sparkled with excitement. We are not afraid of a challenge, she said. Her voice fell. Ra chuckled, his eyes glinting with amusement. I like your spirit, young one. Now let us begin. The source of the night power lies deep within the heart of Africa. You must journey through the land of the ancient gods, facing trials and challenges along the way. Kwame nodded, his mind racing with his task ahead. You are ready, he said, his voice firm. Ra nodded, a small smile playing on his lips. Then let us begin. The fate of the forgotten gods hangs in the balance. As they journeyed deeper into the heart of Africa, Kwame and Zola encountered strange and terrifying creatures. The shadow beasts, dark entities born from the shadows themselves, stalked them through the dense jungles. Their eyes glowed like embers, and their presence seemed to draw the very light out of the air. Kwame and Zola ran, their hearts pounding in their chests, but the shadow beasts were relentless. Just when it seemed like all was lost, Nia appeared, her spirit energy blazing like a wildfire. Take my hand, she shouted, reaching out to them. Kwame and Zola grabbed Nia's hand, feeling a surge of energy course through their bodies. The shadow beasts recoiled, covering their eyes from the light. Nia led them through the jungle, the shadow beasts nearing and snapping in frustration. Finally they emerged into a clearing, the bright sunlight vanishing the shadows. Kwame and Zola collapsed, panting, their hearts still racing from the close call. Nia smiled, her eyes shining with warmth. You are brave, young ones, she said. But the journey ahead will require more than just bravery. You must also have wisdom and cunning. As they caught their breath, Ra appeared, his radiant presence illuminating the clearing. Well done, young ones, he said, his voice filled with warmth. You have passed the first test. As a reward, I will grant you this gift. He held out a small golden amulet, adorned with intricate hieroglyphs. Kwame took the amulet, feeling a surge of energy and wisdom flow through him. This amulet will guide you on your journey, Ra explained. It will grant you the wisdom and cunning you need to overcome the challenges ahead. Zola's eyes widened as she examined the amulet. This is incredible, she breathed. Thank you, Ra. Ra smiled, his eyes shining with pleasure. You are welcome, young one. Remember, the amulet power is not just in its magic, but in the wisdom and courage it inspires within you. Now go forth, and may the gods guide you on your journey. With that, Ra vanished, leaving Kwame and Zola to ponder the amulet's secret and the challenges that lay ahead. As they continued on their journey, Nia led them to a dense forest teeming with life. The air was thick with the sounds of bird songs and the rustling of leaves. Kwame and Zola walked in silence, taking in the beauty of their surroundings. Suddenly Nia stopped, her eyes fixed on a path they had not seen before. This is the path to the Thunder King, she said, her voice filled with reverence. Shango, the god of thunder, awaits us. Kwame's eyes widened with excitement. The Thunder King? He repeated. I've heard stories about him. Nia nodded, a small smile playing on her lips. Yes, Shango is a powerful god, feared and respected by all. But he is also a just god, who will aid us on our quest if we prove ourselves worthy. Zola's eyes sparkled with determination. We are ready, she said, her voice firm. Let's go meet the Thunder King. As they walked through the windy path, the air grew thick with electricity. Kwame and Zola could feel the power of the Thunder King emanating from the forest. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning illuminated the sky, and a mighty voice boomed through the forest. Who dares to disturb the peace of the Thunder King? The thunder. Kwame and Zola stood tall, their hearts pounding in their chests. We come in search of Shango, the god of thunder, Kwame declared, his voice steady. A figure emerged from the shadows, his eyes blazing with power. He was a tall, muscular man, with skin as black as coal and hair that seemed to crackle with electricity. I am Shango, the Thunder King, he declared, his voice like thunder. And you young ones are brave to seek me out. But tell me, what is it that you want from me? Zola stepped forward, her eyes shining with determination. We're on a quest to restore the forgotten gods, she explained, and we need your help. Shango's eyes narrowed, his expressions thoughtful. I will help you, he said finally, but first you must prove your words to me. Shango led them to a vast open plain, where dark clouds gathered on the horizon. I will unleash the storm of the century, he declared, his eyes blazing with power, and you young ones must weather it. Kwame and Zola exchanged a nervous glance, but they stood tall, ready to face the challenge. Shango raised his hands, and the storm erupted, with lightning flashing across the sky and thunder booming in their ears. The winds howled, threatening to sweep them off their feet. But Kwame and Zola stood firm, their hearts pounding their chests. They felt the power of the storm coursing through their veins, and they knew they had to harness it. Suddenly Zola remembered the words of an ancient proverb. The storm is not to be feared, but respected. She grabbed Kwame's hand and together they began to dance, their feet stomping out in the rhythm of the play. The storm responded, but its fury gradually diminishing as they danced. Finally the sun broke through the clouds, shining on them with warm golden light. Shango nodded, a small smile playing on his lips. Well done, young ones, he said. You have passed the test. As they journeyed home, Kwame and Zola found themselves standing on the banks of a majestic river. Its waters glistened like diamonds in the sunlight. Near their spirit guide appeared beside them, a gentle smile on her face. This is the realm of Fushun, the goddess of loves and rivers, she said, her voice barely above a whisper. She is a powerful and benevolent goddess, but also one who demands respect and purity of heart. Kwame and Zola felt a sense of awe wash over them as they gazed out at the river. They could feel the powerful ocean emanating from the water, a power that seemed to be burning them. Nia nodded as if reading their thoughts. Ocean will test your hearts, she said. Are you prepared to face that challenge? Kwame and Zola exchanged a nervous glance, but they knew they had to be brave. They nodded in unison and Nia led them forward into the heart of the river. As they waded deeper into the river, the water rose higher and higher until Kwame and Zola were swimming against the current. Nia guided them to a hidden cove where ocean herself awaited them. The goddess was even more beautiful than imagined, her skin shining like polished bronze, her hair flowing like the river itself. She glanced at them with eyes that seemed to see right through to their soul. I will test your hearts, she said, her voice like music. Are you pure of intention and true of heart? Kwame and Zola felt their hearts pounding in their chests as Ocean presented them with a challenge. She showed them a vision of their village, suffering from a terrible drought. The The crops were withering, the animals were dying, and the people were desperate. Ocean asked them to choose between two options: to bring water to their village, but at the cost of flooding another village downstream, or to find another solution that would bring life to their village without harming others. Kwame and Zola looked at each other, knowing that the decision would reveal the true nature of their hearts. After much deliberation, Kwame and Zola decided to seek another solution, that one that would bring life to their village without harming others. Ocean smiled, her eyes shining with approval. Your hearts are pure, and your intentions are true, she said. As a reward, I will take you to a village, where the spirits of the land dwell. She led them to a secret valley, where a village of spirits awaited them. The village were made of mist and shadow, their faces glowing with earth-chilling light. They welcomed Kwame and Zola warmly, sharing their wisdom and knowledge with the young adventurers. The villagers told them stories of the ancient days, when the gods walked among mortals, and the land was green and fertile. They shared their secret of the natural world, revealing the hidden patterns and rhythms that covered the universe. Kwame and Zola listened, entranced as the spirit told them the language of the land and the song of their ancestors. As they learned, they felt their connection to the natural world deepening, and their understanding of the world expanding. Oshun watched over them, and a gentle smile on her face, knowing that they were learning a secret that would help them on their quest. As they prepared to leave the Eden village, a mischievous figure had appeared before them. It was Anansi, the spider god of wisdom, known for his cunning and trickery. He grinned at Kwame and Zola, his eyes glistening with amusement. I have a game for you, young adventurers, he said, his voice dripping with slyness. Solve my riddle, and I will give you a gift that will aid you on your journey. But if you fail, you will never leave this village alive. Kwame and Zola exchanged a nervous glance, but they knew they had to accept this challenge. Anansi presented them with a riddle. What can be broken but never had? What can be given but never sold? Kwame and Zola thought deeply, their minds racing with possibilities. They knew that the answer was not a physical object, but something more abstract. As they pondered, Anansi watched them, his grin growing wider with anticipation. Would they be able to solve the riddle, or would they fall prey to the trickster game? After much contemplation, Kwame's eyes lit up with the burst of his heart. The answer is a promise. Anansi grinned for that for a moment before he nodded. He said in approval. Very good, young one, he said. A promise is indeed something that can be broken, but never had, and it's something that can be given, but never sold. Zola smiled, relieved that they had solved the riddle. Anansi handed them a small, delicate box. As a reward, I'll give you this box. Inside, you'll find a map that will lead you to the next stage of your journey. Kwame and Zola opened the box and found a beautifully crafted map etched on a piece of pure sea. The map showed a windy path leading through mountains and valleys to a distant land. Anansi nodded, his eyes twinkling with mischief. Follow the map and you'll find a great elephant guiding. He is a powerful and wise god who will teach you the secrets of the natural world. Kwame and Zola thanked Anansi and set off on their journey, following the map through the windy paths and unknown dangers that lay ahead. As they journeyed on, the map led them to a vast savanna, where the grassland stretched as far as their eyes could see. In the distance, they saw a magnificent elephant, its tusk shining like gold in the sunlight. The elephant approached them, its eyes filled with ancient wisdom. I am Ganesha, the great elephant guardian, he said, his voice rumbling like thunder. I have been waiting for you, young adventurers. I will teach you the secrets of the natural world and show you the hidden patterns of the universe. Ganesha took them on a journey through the savannah, pointing at the intricate web of life that connected every living thing. They saw the grasses and flowers relied on the elephants and the other animals to disperse their seed, and how the trees provided shelter and shade for the creatures that lived among their roots. Kwame and Zola listened, entranced as Ganesha revealed the secrets of the natural. They realized that everything was connected, and that every action had a ripple effect on the world around them. As they learned, they felt their understanding of the world expanding and their connection to the natural world deepening. As they continued their journey, Ganesha led them to a fiery forge where a powerful god was shaping metal into a magnificent work of art. The god Ogun looked up and saw Kwame and Zola, his eyes blazing with intensity. "Welcome, young adventurers," he said, his voice like thunder. "I am Ogun, the god of ironworking and war. I will teach you the secrets of strength and resilience." Ogun took them on a journey through the forge, showing them how to shape and mold metal into power tools and weapons. As they learned, Kwame and Zola realized that Ogun power was not just about physical strength, but about mental toughness and resilience. They saw how Ogun's tools and weapons were not just used for war, but also for building and creating. Ogun taught them how to enhance their own inner strength and how to use their creativity to build and shape their own destinies. As they learned, they felt their confidence growing and their sense of purpose deepening. They knew that they were being prepared for a great challenge, one that required all the strength and resilience they possessed. As they journeyed on, Kwame and Zola find themselves standing on a great mountain, watching the sun rise over the horizon. But as they gazed in wonder, they noticed something strange. The moon was still visible in the sky, even though the sun was shining brightly. Suddenly a voice spoke to them, echoing off the mountainside. "Why did the moon and sun never meet?" it asked. Kwame and Zola looked at each other, puzzled. They had never thought about it before. A figure stepped out of the shadows. It was Olodumare, the supreme god of the Yoruba pantheon. The moon and sun are like two lovers, he explained. They are meant to be together, but they are also meant to be apart. A receptive principle, while the sun represents the muscular active principle. They need each other, but they also need their own space. Kwame and Zola nodded understanding. They realized that the same principle applied to their own lives. They needed to balance their own masculine and feminine energies in order to be whole. As they descended from the mountain, Kwame and Zola were met with a figure cloaked in shadows. The figure stepped forward, revealing a tall, gaunt man with eyes that seemed to bore into their soul. "I am Eshu, the messenger of the gods," he said, his voice dripping with malice. "I have a proposition for you, young adventurers." Eshu explained that he could reveal to them the location of the next forgotten god, but only if they agreed to complete a task for him. Kwame and Zola exchanged a wary glance. They sensed that Eshu's task would come with a steep price, one that they might not be willing to pay. But they also knew that they needed Eshu's help if they had to succeed in their quest. They agreed to hear him out, and Eshu revealed his task. They were to retrieve a magical artifact from the depths of the forest, an artifact that would grant Eshu immense power. Kwame and Zola hesitated, unsure if they were making a deal with the devil himself. Despite their reservations, Kwame and Zola agreed to retrieve the magical artifact for Eshu. They ventured into the forest, navigating through the dense foliage and overcoming treacherous obstacles. As they journeyed deeper into the forest, they stumbled upon a clearing where a group of spirits were gathered. The spirits were dancing and singing, their movements and voices weaving a hypnotic spell. Kwame and Zola watched, entranced as the spirits summoned the ancestors to join in the celebration. The ancestors arrived, their presence marked with a faint glow that illuminated the clearing. The spirits and ancestors danced together. Their movement became more frenzied and ecstatic. Kwame and Zola felt themselves being drawn into the dance. They felt a deep connection to the natural world and the spirit that inhabited it. They realized that the dance was a celebration of life and the interconnectedness of all things. And in the midst of the celebration, they received a vision of the magical artifact they had been sent to receive. As the dance came to an end, the spirits and ancestors vanished, leaving Kwame and Zola alone in the clearing. But they were not alone for long, for as they looked around, they saw a hidden pyramid rising from the earth. The pyramid was covered in intricate carvings and symbols, which glowed with a soft, ethereal light. Kwame and Zola approached the pyramid, feeling a strange energy emanating from it. As they reached the entrance, they saw that the pyramid was dedicated to the goddess Nephthys, the patron deity of the pharaohs. Inside, they find a treasure trove of ancient artifacts and relics, including the magical artifact Eshu had sent them to retrieve. But as they reached for the artifact, they were confronted by a powerful entity, the guardian of the pyramid. The guardian challenged them to prove their worthiness to possess this artifact, and Kwame and Zola knew they had to face their greatest challenge yet. The guardian of the pyramid was a powerful entity known as Oya, the goddess of the wind. She was a fierce and majestic being, with wings that stretched wide enough to block out the sun. Kwame and Zola felt a rush of fear as Oya confronted them. Her eyes blazing with a fierce inner light. "Who are you to disturb the rest of Nephthys?" she demanded, her voice like a hurricane. Kwame and Zola explained their quest to restore the forgotten gods, and Oya listened intently. After they finished, she nodded thoughtfully. "I will give you the artifact," she said, "but first you must prove your worthiness. I will set you 3 trials. Each trial will test a different aspect of your being. Are you prepared to face the task?" Kwame and Zola exchanged a nervous glance, but they knew they had to be brave. They nodded in unison, and Oya presented them with the first trial. Oya's first trial was to navigate the market of the gods, a mystical marketplace where the gods and goddesses of Africa gathered to buy and sell magical goods. Kwame and Zola were given a small pouch of gold coins and told to purchase 3 items: a feather from the bird of truth, a vial of tears from the goddess of sorrow, and a fragment of the tree of life. The market was a labyrinth of colorful stores and exotic smells, with vendors calling out to them in a dozen different languages. Kwame and Zola wandered through the crowds, marveling at the strange and wondrous goods on display. As they shopped, they encountered a host of fascinating characters, including Anansi, the spider trickster, who tried to sell them a fake feather from the bird of truth. They also met Mami Water, the goddess of the river, who offered to trade them a vial of her tears for a song. Kwame and Zola sang with all their hearts, and Mami Water was so pleased that she gave them the tears for free. With their 3 items in hand, they returned to Oya, who was pleased with their success. "Well done," she said. "Now on to the second trial." Oya's second trial was to journey into the forest of the talking trees, a mystical realm where the ancient trees held the secrets of the past. Kwame and Zola were tasked with finding the oldest tree in the forest and retrieving a branch from its trunk. As they wandered through the forest, they were struck by the eerie silence. The trees loomed above them, their branches creaking in the wind. Suddenly a soft voice spoke to them, seemingly from all around. "Welcome, young travelers," the voice said. "We have been waiting for you." Kwame and Zola looked around, trying to locate the source of the voice, but it seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at the same time. The trees began to speak to them, sharing their wisdom and knowledge. Kwame and Zola listened, entranced as the trees told them stories of the ancient world. They learned about the great civilizations that had risen and fallen, and the powerful gods and goddesses who had shaped the course of history. As they listened, they felt their understanding of the world expanding and their connection to the natural world deepening. Finally, they came to the oldest tree in the forest, the towering giant with branches that seemed to stretch up to the sky. As they reached out to take a branch from the ancient tree, Kwame and Zola felt a sudden jolt of energy. The tree began to glow with a soft pulsing light, and his twins felt themselves being drawn into the heart of the tree. There they saw a vision of themselves as young children, playing together in the village. But as they watched, the vision shifted, and they saw themselves together facing a great challenge. "You are the twins of destiny," the tree spoke to them. "You have been chosen to restore the forgotten gods and to bring balance to the world." Kwame and Zola felt a sense of awe and wonder at the three words. They realized that their journey was not just about restoring the forgotten gods, but also about fulfilling their own destiny. They felt a sense of purpose and meaning that they had never felt before. As they emerged from the tree, they saw Oya waiting for them, a smile on her face. "Well done, twins of destiny," she said. "You have passed the second trial. Now on to the third and final trial." Oya led them to a great savanna, where the grassland stretched as far as the eye could see. In the distance, they saw a magnificent bird with feathers of fiery red and orange. The bird flew towards them, its wings beating powerful and slow. As it drew closer, Kwame and Zola saw that it was a firebird, a creature of legends and myths. The firebird spoke to them in a voice that was both fierce and beautiful. "Danger is coming," it said. "The forces of darkness are gathering, and they will stop at nothing to prevent you from restoring the forgotten gods." Kwame and Zola felt a shiver run down their spines as they listened to the firebird whine. They knew they had to be brave and resourceful if they were to succeed in their quest. Oya nodded in agreement. "The final trial is about to begin," she said. "Are you ready, twins of destiny?" Kwame and Zola nodded, their hearts pounding with excitement and fear. They knew that the final trial would be the most challenging of all, but they were determined to succeed. Oya led them to a great river that flowed through the heart of the savannah. The river was unlike any they had ever seen before. Its water seemed to shimmer and glow with a light that was both ancient and eternal. "This is the river of time," Oya said, her voice filled with reverence. "It flows through all the ages of the world and carries the memories of all that has been." Kwame and Zola felt a sense of awe as they gazed at the river. They knew they were about to embark on a journey through time itself. As they stepped into the river, Kwame and Zola felt themselves being swept away by the currents of time. They saw visions of ancient civilization, of great empires rising and falling, of mighty gods and goddesses walking the earth. They saw the death of stars and the death of planets, the dance of galaxies and the song of the cosmos. The river of time carried them through all the ages of the world and showed them the secrets of the universe. And when they finally emerged from the river, that we are changed forever, carrying with them the memories of all that had been. As they emerged from the river of time, Kwame and Zola find themselves in a dense and vibrant jungle. The air was thick with sounds of birds and animals, and the scent of blooming flowers filled their nostrils. Suddenly, a magnificent leopard emerged from the other brush, its fur shimmering in the sunlight. "I am the Leopard King," it said, his voice low and humble, "and I've been waiting for you to raise some destiny." The Leopard King told them that he was a guardian of the jungle, and that he had been charged with protecting the secrets of the ancient ones. He revealed to them that the jungle was a place of great power and magic, where the ancient ones had left behind a legacy of wisdom and knowledge. The Leopard King offered to share some of this wisdom with Kwame and Zola and to teach them the secrets of the jungle. And so they spent many days learning from the Leopard King and growing in wisdom and understanding. As they prepared to leave the jungle, the Leopard King led them to a massive stone door hidden behind the waterfall. The door was adorned with intricate carvings of African gods and goddesses. "This is the doorway to the next world," the Leopard King said, his eyes gleaming with a glowing light. "It is a portal to the realm of the ancestors, where the ancient ones dwell." Kwame and Zola felt a thrill of excitement, mixed with trepidation as they gazed at the door. They knew they were being called to enter the next world, to meet the ancestors and learn from them. The Leopard King nodded as if reading their thoughts. "You are ready," he said. "The doorway is open. Will you step through it, O twins of destiny?" As they journeyed through the river of time, they remembered all that they have seen, and they were grateful for the knowledge that they have gotten. But despite the many marvels they encountered, Kwame and Zola knew that their journey was far from over. They had to find the doorway to the next world, a portal that would take them to a hidden dimension. After many trials and tribulations, Kwame and Zola finally find the doorway to the next world. It was an ancient portal hidden behind the waterfall. As they stepped through the portal, they felt a strange sensation, as if they were being pulled apart and put back together again. When they opened their eyes, they found themselves in a realm unlike anything they had ever seen. The sky was a deep purple, and the trees were a vibrant green. The air was filled with a sweet musical hum, and the ground was covered in a soft velvet moss. Kwame and Zola knew that they had entered a realm of great power and great danger. They steeled themselves ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As they emerged from the doorway to the next world, Kwame and Zola found themselves standing at the entrance of a magnificent city made entirely of gold. The buildings shone like the sun, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of frankincense. They wandered through the city, marveling at the wonders around them. They saw golden statues of the gods and intricate carvings that told the stories of ancient heroes. As they walked, they noticed that the city was filled with people, all of whom seemed to be doing great about their daily business. But there was something strange about the city, something that Kwame and Zola couldn't put their fingers on. As they explored the city, they came across a great temple at its center. The temple was dedicated to the god Nwari, the creator of the universe. Kwame and Zola felt drawn to the temple, as if they were being called to enter. As they stepped inside, they were greeted by a wise old priest who revealed to them the secrets of the lost city. The priest told them that the city was a place of great power and wisdom, where the ancient ones had left behind a legacy of knowledge and magic. He warned them that the city was also a place of great danger. where the forces of darkness sought to claim his power for themselves. Kwame and Zola listened intently, knowing that they had to be careful if they had to survive the challenges that lay ahead. As they left the temple, Kwame and Zola were approached by a wise old man who introduced himself as Anansi's cousin. He told them that he had a special story to share with them, one that will teach them an important lesson about perseverance and cunning. And with that, he began to tell them the famous tale of the lion and the hare. Kwame and Zola listened with wide eyes as the old man recounted the story of how the humble hare had outsmarted the mighty lion, using his quick thinking and cleverness to escape the lion's clutches. As they listened to the story, Kwame and Zola felt a strange sensation wash over them. They looked around and saw that they were no longer in the lost city, but standing in the middle of a vast savannah. And there in the distance, they saw the lion and the hare themselves acting out the story that I just said. Kwame and Zola watched in amazement as the story came to life before their eyes, teaching them a valuable lesson about the power of cleverness and determination. As they watched, they felt a presence between them, and they turned to see the wise old man smiling at them, his eyes twinkling with wisdom. As they stood in the savannah, watching the lion and hare disappear into the distance, Kwame and Zola felt a sudden chill down their spines. They looked up at the sky and saw that the sun was being eclipsed by a dark shadow. With a great wind spreading across the heavens, the air grew colder and the wind began to pick up, carrying the scent of smoke and ash. The wise old man's smile faded and he looked at them with a strange expression. The veil is growing stronger, I see. Its darkness is spreading across the land, threatening to consume everything in its path. Kwame and Zola felt a surge of fear and determination. They knew they had to stop the veil no matter what it took. The wise old man nodded as if reading their thoughts. "You have come far, the choice of destiny," he said, "but the greatest challenges still lie ahead. Are you prepared to face the darkness, to confront the shadows within yourselves and be tasked?" Kwame and Zola still themselves, knowing that they had no choice but to face the rising darkness head on. They nodded, and the wise old man handed them a small delicate box. "Solve the riddle inside the box," he said, "and you'll find the next step to your journey." Kwame and Zola took the box, feeling a strange energy emanating from it. The box was small, made of a smooth dark wood, and adorned with intricate carvings of African symbols. They lifted the lid, and inside they found a small piece of parchment with a riddle written on it. The riddle read, "Where shadows danced, light reveals. The path to the heart, where love consists. Seek the one who wears a mask of night, and find the key to unlock the lights." Kwame and Zola looked at each other, puzzled. What did the riddle mean? They thought about the words, trying to decipher the hidden meaning. Suddenly, Zola's eyes lit up. "I think I know what it means," she said. "The answer is connected to the Yoruba god of darkness, Eshu." Kwame's eyes widened in understanding. "You're right," he said. "Eshu is the one who wears a mask of night. But what does it mean to seek a man?" Kwame and Zola decided to seek out Eshu, the Yoruba god of darkness, to uncover the meaning behind the origin. They journeyed to the land of the Yoruba, where they found themselves in a dense forest, surrounded by tall trees that blocked out most of the sunlight. As they walked deeper into the forest, they stumbled upon a clearing, and at the center of it stood Eshu, wearing a mask that seemed to shift and change shape before their eyes. "Why have you come to seek me out, choice of destiny?" Eshu asked, his voice low and mysterious. Kwame and Zola explained the riddle and their quest to unlocking its meaning. Eshu listened intently, his mask glittering in the dim night. When they are finished, he nodded thoughtfully. The answer to the riddle lies within the heart of darkness, he said. But to reach it, you must first confront your own shadows. Eshu handed them a small walnut mirror. Look into the glass, and you see the shadows within yourselves. Only by facing them can you unlock the key to the light. Kwame and Zula exchanged a nervous glance, knowing that they had to confront their deepest fears to move forward. Kwame and Zula took the mirror, feeling a sense of trepidation. They looked into the glass, and at first they only saw their own reflection staring back. But as they gazed deeper, they began to see shadowy figures walking just behind their own image. These figures looked clearer, so that they were aspects of themselves, representing their deepest fears and doubts. Kwame saw a shadowy figure that embodied this fear of failure, while Zola saw a figure that represented a fear of losing control. Eshu nodded as if he could see the shadows within them. These are the shadows that hold you back, he said. To move forward, you must confront and integrate them into yourselves. Kwame and Zola knew they had to face their shadows head on. They took a deep breath, and as they did, the shadowy figures in their mirrors began to step forward, ready to engage in a battle of self-discovery. The twins steeled themselves, knowing that this would be one of the toughest challenges they had faced yet. Kwame and Zola stood tall, facing their shadowy selves in the mirror. The shadows began to speak, their voice echoing the twins' mind. Kwame's shadows taunted him, telling him he was weak and would never succeed. Zola's shadow whispered to her, saying she was too controlling and would lose everything she loved. The twins listened, but they refused to back down. They remembered the lessons they had learned on their journey, the wisdom of the gods and the love of their family. With newfound confidence, they began to respond to their shadows, telling them that they were wrong and they were capable of overcoming any obstacles. As they spoke, the shadows began to fade, their voice growing weaker. Kwame and Zola felt a weight lifting off their shoulders, as if they had shared a burden that had carried far too long. Eshu nodded in approval, his mouth bleating with pride. Well done, twins of destiny, he said. You have faced your shadow and emerged victorious. Now you are ready to receive the next piece of the puzzle. He handed them a small, delicate key. This key will unlock the door to the next world. But be warned, the journey ahead will be fraught with danger. Are you prepared to face what lies ahead? Kwame and Zula took the key, feeling a sense of excitement and trepidation. They looked at each other, nodded, and turned to Eshu. We are ready, they said in unison. Eshu smiled, his mouth glittering with approval. Then let us proceed, he said. He led them to a massive stone door, adorned with intricate carvings of African symbols. The door was covered in dust and vines, and it looked like it had been opened in centuries. Eshu handed Kwame the key. This is the door to the next world, he said. Use the key to unlock it, and you'll find yourself in a realm beyond your wildest dream. Kwame took the key and inserted it into the lock and turned it. The sound of branding stone filled the air, and the door creaked open, revealing a world of breathtaking beauty. Kwame and Zola gasped in awe, their eyes filled with wonders. Before them lay a realm of shimmering light, where stars and galaxies danced like diamonds in the sky. They saw towering mountains of crystals and rivers of pure gold that flowed like liquid sunlight, and in the distance they heard the sweet sound of celestial music played on instruments of pure light. Welcome to the land of the gods, Eshu said, his voice filled with reverence. Here you will find the secret of the universe and the power to fulfill your destiny. As they stepped through the doorway, Kwame and Zola felt themselves being transported to a realm beyond their wildest dreams. The air was filled with the sweet sense of incense, and the sound of celestial music grew louder, more vibrant. They saw gods and goddesses from all corners of Africa, each one more magnificent than the last. They saw Anansi the spider twister, weaving his web of wisdom. There was Uchu, the goddess of love, shining like a star in the firmament. And there was Shango, the god of thunder, his, drum, his drums beating out a rhythm that shook the very foundations of the universe. Kwame and Zola wandered through this realm, marveling at the wonders around them. They met gods and goddesses from all corners of Africa, each one sharing their wisdom, their power, and their love. They learned about the ancient civilization that had once flourished on the continent and the secrets of the universe that had been lost to the sand of time. As they walked, they felt themselves being transformed, their minds expanding, their hearts filling with love and compassion. They knew that they were being prepared for a great task, one that required all their courage, all their wisdom, and all their love. As they journeyed through the realm, Kwame and Zola were summoned to appear before the Council of the Gods. The council was a gathering of the most powerful deities in the African pantheon, each one representing a different aspect of the universe. There was Iyame, the sky god who controlled the forces of creation. There was Aseseya, the head goddess who nurtured the plants and animals of the world. And there was Anansi, the spider twister, who wove the webs of fate that bound everything together. The council members looked at Kwame and Zola with serious expression, their eyes piercing with wisdom. Why have you been brought before us? Yami asked, his voice like thunder. Kwame and Zola explained their quest to restore the forgotten gods and bring back the lost knowledge of Africa. The council members listened intently, nodding their heads in approval. We have been waiting for you, Aseseye said, her voice like music. You have shown bravery, wisdom, and heart. We will give you the knowledge and power you need to fulfill your quest. The council members began to chant and sing, calling forth the ancient power of Africa. Kwame and Zola felt a surge of energy flowing through them, filling them with a sense of purpose and determination. Please don't forget to subscribe for more stories. This is the end of part 1. Subscribe to get notification for the next live. Thank you very much. We truly appreciate you.
Eyes widened as they Who are you? Kwame asked, his voice barely above a whisper. The woman smiled. Who are you? Kwame asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Who are you? Smiled. Kwame asked, his voice barely above.
Okay. After much contemplation, they remember the lessons they had learned on their journey, the wisdom of the gods and the love of their family. With newfound confidence, it began.
Who are you? Smiled. Kwame asked, his voice barely above.
Okay. After much contemplation, they remember the lessons they had learned on their journey, the wisdom of the gods and the love of their family. With newfound confidence, it began.
Who are you? Smiled. Kwame asked, his voice barely above.
Okay. After much contemplation, they remember the lessons they had learned on their journey, the wisdom of the gods and the love of their family. With newfound confidence, it began.